Welcome everyone, my name is Tokreva, and this is Stellaris, and we're now playing on 1.2.3. This is going to be a new Let's Play, as I already announced in the previous video on this Serene Human Republic. This is going to be one with the Plantoids species pack. Now, there's been a lot of controversy on its pricing point being at $8 or €8. And to be honest, that's less than 1 hour of work, for me at least, in a country with a decent minimum wage. And if you extrapolate that, so I work less than an hour to buy this, and a couple of people have worked probably a little bit of time on this to make it. So, and and people are like, yeah, it's portraits, it's only portraits, but it's more than just the portraits. It's also, this background is part of it. There is the ship, of course. The portraits are also animated. There's a lot more things anyway. So, I made a species, and I've actually been thinking of doing it slightly different already, because I'm like, this is one way of doing it. So I've made the species, but I'm gonna make a different one to actually play with. And we're going to force spawn these guys in our system. Actually, no, we're not. We're just gonna turn them off because, well, they will be hyperspace, and I want to play on a hyperspace playthrough this time around anyway. So what I made, what I thought was interesting, was an enduring race of plants that lives long, because trees live a long time. They grow fast, have lots of food, well, they grow their own frickin' food. And then I, of course, picked the Venus flytrap portrait because, yeah, that makes sense. But they're non-adaptive. They're basically plants. Unrooting them and putting them somewhere else is not the easiest thing to do. But I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna leave a couple of things the same, but we're gonna create a new race so we can also look at all the appearances for the Plantoid species. Now we have this. That's actually, this is the first time I'm really looking at this one. I do like it. And then there's this. A couple of them look like slightly rechanged ones of other species. Like this looks a lot like this one. Actually, it also doesn't, right? It's sort of similar, but also it's not. But to be fair, with fungoids, you can get it. A fungus infested one of these. See, even some of the fungoids are infested other species as well. I think that's a mammalian species. It looks a lot like this one, doesn't it? Yeah, this is the one. So if they sort of seem similar in a sense. Some of them do, at least. But yeah, I mean, it's convergent evolution, I think is the word. That in separate places, evolution will drive to the same end result in a different way. Is that on Earth, there have things been invented or discovered on different places at roughly the same time. But yeah, it's like a really interesting one. I think it's the telephone is a very recent example in that it actually was invented by two people, slightly similar time, but the patent went to Bell because he was the first one to get to the patent office or something like that. Yeah, convergent stuff. It's a very interesting theories behind it, at least. Just once you go on Wikipedia, oh man, you can keep clicking for hours and just find, wow, that's cool information. Anyway, digressing horribly here. This is like this is also pretty cool. It's like a bird thing, but then it has oh, that is cool. Seriously, these portraits are really cool. Then there's, of course, the Venus flytrap, which is just had to be included. There's this one. It's like a floating plant thing. There's sort of crossover. This is a cactus. This is actually a cactus that's a female cactus, really. What if we make this male? Oh, this one doesn't have. I wonder if some of them have differences between males and females. Actually, they might. Not all portraits do. This one looks slightly like one of the reptiles, I think it is. I would say... Or is it not one of the... No, it's not a reptile, actually. It looks similar like something else, that's for sure. Well, in the end, they all start with a basic type to draw off of, I mean. But yeah, no, they're actually distinct in enough ways, I feel. Once you actually are in game and comparing them, yeah. The fungoids some of them are just literally fungi infestations of other species. So that makes a lot of sense that they do look similar as others. And this one also pretty cool. It's like sort of bee-ish, sort of insect hybrid with a plant. Also but I mean convergent evolution. They all converge to a certain humanoid, bipedal standard. Yeah. The radish face, I think it looks awesome, but also creepy at the same time. And there's this with the feelers, and like they're like eyes, but they're also not like eyes. And we have this leaf guy. This one definitely also pretty damn cool. This feels like a Plantoid edition from the Void Creatures pack, actually, a lot. It has a certain similar feel to this one in colorization, at least. And this one in looks, a little bit at least, but not completely. No, it's completely different. But I think they just had to add Groot. This is almost just straight up Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And I really like it. And I am going to play as Groot. And there are not as many names for them. I think actually when you... Currently we have the human one. Oh. Okay, so I think the species randomizer is actually... So we're getting a lot of the same. So if I just randomly pick this one... Yeah, you get completely different things. So if we pick mammalian... Yes, I see. Now we actually get that. That the species names are actually randomized differently if... I really don't like this. Species names, when you randomize them, are definitely dependent on what type of species you've chosen. Which does make sense, to be honest. Bruggen. What? That was like a city in Belgium, where they came from. But these are the avians still. But yeah, back to Plantoids, back to Groot. Raxacodium, Belmacosa, Lilarobius, Lavis. Lavis seems like a reasonably easy to pronounce name, which is something I kind of like. Plantoids, definitely ship prefix. It just has to be a leaf. You have to believe in that. Don't worry, there will be plenty of puns that will leave you just horrified. I'll leave them be for now. I would like to try a game as a venerable species, but they heavily nerfed it in 1.2 or 1.1 already. It used to be a cost of 4 with a lifespan increase of 120. It's now a lifespan increase of 90 with a cost of 5. They did the same to very strong. It was only a 2 cost for 40 army damage and 10 minerals, but actually only for 40 army damage, I think. But they added the minerals to that. And also weak was picked by everyone because it's like, yeah, minus 20% army damage. Who gives a crap about it? They added the minus 5% minerals to that as well. Now, what I decided first was we're playing an enduring race that can grow really fast because they're trees. But what if we are actually, because we're trees, we grow slower and we are non-adaptive? Now we have 5 trait points left. So, we breed slow, we are non-adaptive, and with 5 points, well, extremely adaptive is also quite cool. Then again, plants are much more adaptive than other things, to be honest. But the thing is, non-adaptive is the only -2 in this list. There need to be more choices here, or more expensive choices. Basically, yeah, deviants, conformists. I mean, deviants is -1 because, but that is a hefty penalty compared to, or plus 15% compared to minus 20%. But yeah, they should add bigger levels, maybe something like, yeah, very fleeting would be bad. Fleeting is not something I'd like to try. But I would like to try actually to be a venerable species. We're non-adaptive venerable species of slow breeding things. And we live long, and I'm going to try once more to build a robot-centered race. Stalk of red, petals of white, fronds of ivory. If we go male, oh, they actually, I think it's actually different. Petals of teal, and there are some different colors. I'm going to pick this color because that is one scary looking color. Name and class. We are trees. Tropical makes the most sense. So the city appearance is still, I think it's mammalian actually, but it needs to be plantoids, so I'm gonna go switch to that. Now there are still only the 3 standard systems in the game. We're gonna go with a random system again. Now Arctic trees don't make a lot of sense. Tundra trees a little bit more, but vegetation is mostly limited to mosses and lichens. Arid vegetation is otherwise scarce. Forest can be found in the more temperate polar regions. I don't remember playing. I haven't played arid yet. We've played continental as humans twice. I believe we were tropical and oceanic in one. I'm gonna play on an arid world. Dry, rocky world with nitrogen oxygen atmosphere. The dust-covered terrain consists largely of mesas and canyons. Forest can be found in the more temperate polar regions, but vegetation is otherwise scarce. Well, we evolved to be... Petals of teal just sounds really weird for a tree. The rhizome of khaki. Mandasura prima. Vetiricius calacoto. Yeah, some of them, I think there must be one with Lavis in it. Lavis premise, star lav. That fits our species name right now, so we're gonna go with that. We already did the Plantoids city appearance. Now, government and ethics. Now, I was, and the one I made before was fanatic spiritualist with militarist. I still want to be a militarist civilization because I want to be a little bit more proactive in this game than in the last one, just changing up the playstyle. Now, what I would really like is to... Fanatic individualists gives us only the chance to be a military republic or an indirect democracy. See, that is not what I would like. Yeah, the thing is, I like... So going with individualist, I think I have to go materialist on something. Despotic hegemony, research speed up, research station build cost down. Well, over here the plutocratic oligarchy reduces your cost for mining stations, which can actually be pretty good at the start. And you can always switch government type as well at some point. Yeah, actually I'm just going to go with regular materialist. Regular militarist. I'm not going to go xenophobe or xenophile. Or, of course, pacifist. But spiritualist does not fit well with. If I pick that allows us one of these two. Yeah, science directorate is not that great. You get one more resource alternative. Whoop-de-doo. I'm not gonna go for slaves or despotic monarchy. Maybe we should just be a plutocratic oligarchy. We like money, so then we can go individualists easily, because that actually boosts our energy credits, and credits are important. So we are a very energy credit. We want money. Yeah, and we're gonna use our we're gonna use robots anyway, so that seems fine. So we get more physics and pop modifiers. Wow, those are the pop modifiers. We're going to get more research output from anyone. We're also going to get more credits output from ourselves. We don't need the food output or mineral output, but we don't get that anyway. But we get bonus minerals regardless for being plutocratic oligarchy. And mining stations are 25% off, which is really good in the early game. But yeah, as I said, you can always switch later on. So we are the Lavis Cartel. So we are a tree species, League of Lav. I like the Cartel bit, to be honest, quite a bit. And now it's not coming back anymore. No! The conglomerates. Mandate. They're... Interstellar. Yes, I like that. I'm gonna change this. It's gonna be a long name. Actually... Lavis Cartel. I like that a lot. We're gonna play as the space mafia, basically, getting lots and lots of money. So we want something that looks like money, I believe. Blocky? No. Ornate? No. I need to be round. This is basically the symbol for credits. I think that's a little bit too on the nose. This also looks a little bit credit-like, yeah. I want to be on the orange one, secondary color. I just like this, no, this combination of color looks really well on a flag. So we're going to be energy weapons because we like energy credits, so we're going to have energy weapons. I am going to try another hyperspace game because it also feeds with, it feeds struggle in the sense that it's hard to extend at some point. Plantoid ships, obviously. So plutocratic oligarchy of individualist, militarist, materialist. Yeah, it fits really well. And we're slow breeders, we are non-adaptive, and we are venerable, so we're gonna have robots, and we're gonna have lots of them. And we're gonna maybe... So yeah, I'm gonna gun for the endgame crisis of the machine consciousness as our threat in the late game. So we're gonna save the Lavis Cartel. Here they are. It doesn't really fit plants, but just because the plants is a new thing, we're gonna be money-hungry plants. So we're gonna pick a... I think the last one was large. I know my new computer can easily handle a huge map. But I feel that's a little bit too big to play on. But it's still... Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Still reducing the amount of empires we go up against, though. And I do want to play on a spiral again. AI aggressiveness, I'll leave it on normal. Difficulty as well. Allowed FTL. Any FTL? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that on. Anyway, let's go in the next episode. I know, I'm a tease, but this is sort of like the introduction where we make our species and sort of feel like, yeah, this is our species, this is what I'm going for. Here's my thought process. Next time we'll actually go into the game. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with this Let's Play and other Let's Plays I do. And spread the word, there's a new one out. I'll see you guys later.